Hello friends, it is time for another Down the Rabbit Hole video. It's been a while. I meant to do this one a lot sooner and then I got sidetracked with things, I'm afraid. So yeah, let's go for it. So this episode is about Anunnaki souls. Now, if you don't know what an Anunnaki is, either go to my YouTube, Down the Rabbit Hole playlist, and I did a brief video about it. Better still, go and search for Billy Carson, okay, because he's dedicated his life to this ancient history and the Anunnaki and stuff like that. And he can obviously explain it a hell of a lot better than I can. Right, okay, so I've touched on this in my lives. I touched on this in a promo that I ran a couple of weeks back. And it's in regard to Anunnaki souls. So, just briefly, if you believe that you are a starseed, then you'll also probably believe that people can have Anunnaki souls. Now, I believe that I have come across two of them within the spiritual community. I'm not going to say who, because it's not for me to out people. It's not for me to. I mean, I have outed people with stuff. Don't get me wrong, but this is kind of next level. But yeah, I believe there's two of them that I'm aware of, possibly three, but I'm not 100% sure on the third one. Now, with everything that's going off at the moment in regard to the whole P Diddy thing, expect to see more of this across different sections of society, because I believe that the Anunnaki have never left; they've always been here. Okay, now they're not here in the physical form. Okay, there probably are actual physical aliens of the Anunnaki out there still, but they're here, much like starseeds, in soul form. So they are living, breathing human beings, just like you and I, but their soul is different. Now, whereas I believe that I'm a starseed, so my soul is from elsewhere, there are people walking around with Anunnaki starseeds. Now, unfortunately, most Anunnaki starseeds are evil. And they want to keep control and power over the human race. Now, you know, it's clearly evident to me, at least, that these Anunnaki are still ruling things from the top down. Now, it's funny because in most cases, the Anunnaki souls aren't the ones at the very top. They're not the ones who are over. I mean, they'll be public, but they won't be overly public. So if we just take the P Diddy case, for example. Now, I said this on my live the other day, and then I saw another video by somebody else, and I've kind of changed my mind slightly. So P Diddy won't be an Anunnaki, because he's kind of taking the he's kind of like the face, the head honcho within that network. I did think it might be Jay-Z, because then, you know, they kind of somebody mentioned about Jay-Z being the real bad one, and then somebody mentioned Beyonce, and out of the three, I would probably say it's Beyonce, to be honest with you, just as hazarding a guess. If she, you know, I'm not saying that she does have an Anunnaki soul, but you know, if we use that model that seems to be running around and, you know, doing the rounds at the moment, she would be the Anunnaki soul. Okay, now the Anunnaki want to keep control. Now, within the mind body spirit community, within spirituality, they want to keep the status quo. Okay, and as such, they are going around and getting people to go around destroying other people's careers, making them go into hiding, and in my case, trying to bump them off with death magic. Okay, now, one of the reasons why I set up the New Wave Collective, okay, is to fight back against this, okay, because the Anunnaki only want to control you. They want to keep that power and greed going. Now, if you watch all these, you know, these Billy Carson videos and stuff like that, they say that the Anunnaki came here to mine gold. Now, obviously, times have changed, and whereas before people used to trade in gold, we now use money and currency and digital money and stuff like that. What I would suggest is, was it the actual physical form of gold that they were wanting, or was it the value of the gold? Because that has obviously changed. I believe that they are still here ruling and controlling things, and I believe that it's our responsibility as starseeds to wake up and push back against this. Because as I said before, if you actually understand spirituality, it is about making positive changes. It is about breaking these toxic structures that are in place. And sadly, the spiritual community has been ravaged and decimated by people using dark forces, dark magic, dark means. And I believe it is because there is Anunnaki influence there. You know, call me mad if you wish to do so, but like I say, a lot of people do believe in starseeds, so why not go along that theory? Yeah, they need pushing back against. They need pushing back against, basically, because they've had their way since year dot. And if you believe in spirituality and understand spirituality, it's about breaking those toxic chains, okay? And until we do that, we will all just be slaves at the end of the day. Now, I certainly am not a slave. I am certainly not going to beg people for opportunities, for what I deserve. I'm not going to do it. So yeah, just food for thought, really. I'm not telling people what to do. I'm not telling people what to believe. It's just a belief system that I have. And I'd just say be wary. Be very, very wary. Because all is not what it seems on the surface. So I'm going to leave it there. Until next time, ta-ta for now.